My name is Shiv. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my third ever video, and you know the drill by now. You called me up and you told me you're scared of the dark. And I was like, valid, but I'm a little confused. And then you were like, no, you dummy. I'm not scared of the dark. I'm scared of the dark. Like, the fact that it's 4 p.m. and it's pitch black outside, and I have another class, and I have formatives due, and I have winter exams, and I have to catch up and stuff, and I don't know what I'm eating, and it's freezing cold, and everything is just miserable. I haven't seen the sun in 4 days. It's miserable. And I was like, yeah, I get it, because I'm scared too. Winter in England is rough. Especially winter in England if you're a student. But there are the pretty fairy lights up and whatever. That doesn't help. I mean, they help a little bit, but they don't help that much, please. I have some things that I've been doing, and they've helped me cope. Last year was rough, but I think this year's gonna be a lot easier. Also, a few of you have been telling me that there's some stupid little fairy flying around doing stuff in between the transitions to my videos, and it's not supposed to look like that. So if you see her, let me know. My top tips for dealing with London winter. There's inside tips and there are outside tips. Changing up your decor, and I don't mean Christmas decorations, Halloween decorations, because I don't do either of those and I've been completely fine, but I mean invest in some warmer blankets. You deserve something that actually keeps you warm, and if you're living in student accommodation, I know for a fact your heater is going to break. So please invest in some warmer blankets. Invest in a little rug that you put right underneath your bed when you wake up so that your feet aren't touching the cold ground. These little things make a massive difference, and what they end up doing is helping you stay grounded and stay on track with the goals that you have, because those are really hard to maintain in the winter because it feels like there's nothing keeping you accountable. Usually the sunlight keeps you accountable because the days are longer, so you have more time to really think about what's going on. When the days are shorter, it's so easy to retreat, and some days that's what you need. But we are building a new life here. We're building something, and you can't just stop halfway. My second tip would be to have well-stocked food. I mean nice, warming things, and they don't have to be things you've always had. They could be comfort foods 100%, but try new things. Try new comforting recipes that glorify the act of nourishing your body, because the winter strips that from you. The trees have no leaves, and you're trying to tell me you still have the motivation to cook. Nourish yourself and don't skimp on that. There are plenty of places you can go. There are student discounts. There are so many things that you can do, and I can talk about them in another video if you want. Third or fourth, whatever, inside tip, skincare. Please, your skin is going to get so dry. I don't care if you're a boy, I don't care if you're a girl, whatever. Nobody wants crusty skin. So invest in a good hydrating moisturizer. My skincare routine pretty much stays the same, although I do get like a thicker moisturizer, but then again my skin isn't that sensitive. Like, I use products without much fragrance and then I should be fine. Good cleanser as well, but sometimes this is something that I do. I have micellar water and I have regular cleanser, and sometimes I don't do the regular cleanser because first thing in the morning or last thing at night I just don't want water on my face. It will just get cold. Like, it's just an icky feeling sometimes. So I have my little pads and I have my micellar water, and that's it. It still does the job. Remember what I said last video about living a well-rounded life? Bro, we are trying to cut those corners. We are not trying to be square. We're trying to cut those corners and be like a warm, fuzzy little ball of happiness and contentment and warmth. You know, So cut those corners. You're trying to make life easier for yourself. That's the goal. This is my other inside tip. I don't usually talk about products and stuff because I don't believe that you actually need to buy anything or have stuff, especially first of all as a student, to live a certain type of life. But I have this sunrise clock, and if you think, because that natural light is really hard to come by. Right, so my outside tips. These are the things that you do in London specifically, like just stuff outside. One, obviously, wrap up warm, please. There is nothing more off-putting than walking out into freezing cold. Look for moments of magic. Winter can be such a hard time to find that gratitude. Sunlight, go for it. And like appreciating it, especially when it's like filtering through the leaves. You know, walk through like a green space on your way to campus or on your way back. And look at the frost on the tips of the grass. And just appreciate how beautiful things are and how lucky we are that things have cycles. Try to romanticize the dark as much as you can. I know it can be so scary, again, especially living in London. And I know it can be off-putting again. It can be really depressing that you're in a class and it's already dark and you feel like, oh. But take a moment to appreciate all the lights. So a lot of this stuff is just perspective, but the city lights are on. The whole city is alive. Everything is so alive around you. The darkness doesn't mean coldness. The darkness doesn't mean that things are over. It just means things are beginning, but in a different way. So what I used to do is I pretend that I'm like a moth or a firefly, and I follow where the lights are taking me. Obviously, be very, very safe. Be very aware of your surroundings. You know, have your Google Maps, have your location on. But just enjoy the fact that you can see things differently in the dark. Your senses are heightened, everything changes. And romanticizing the dark in that way will really, really help you deal with it.